So what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, in today's video, we're going to hop in an online versus game and just talk about NHL 25, and I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts. So we're going to hop in with my favorite team, some of you guys may know, the Florida Panthers, and we're just going to talk about NHL 25, give my honest opinions on the game. NHL 25 was one of the games of all time. That's all I could say. So we're playing against the Vancouver Canucks, Dip Canuck. He's probably, this guy's probably a Westie. So we're probably on some pretty dangerous little ping here. Oh, are we ever? Anyway, we're going to just talk. We don't really need ping to talk. Yeah, so NHL 25. Well, I'm just going to give you guys my raw, honest thoughts about the game. I'm going to talk about a few points, the good, the bad, the ugly. This does not feel like 86 ping. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Yeah, so before I get into any of my thoughts or opinions, just know all of my opinions are coming from the perspective of a competitive player. I used to compete in GWC with the jersey behind me. You can probably tell. Top left. Ew, man. What a goal, Verhage. But, yeah, this year, it was an interesting year, to say the least. You know, going in for myself, I knew I wanted to start making content. I'm grateful for everyone that, you know, showed support on my streams, on YouTube, especially on Twitch, like on my streams. Twitch.tv/SawShow. Down below, that's a goal, and this guy might be gone. Yeah, this guy's going to be gone. 2 shots, 2 goals. Thought this guy might be gone, but he's just calling a timeout. So, yeah, forever grateful for, you know, my first year streaming on Twitch, my first year of content creation. Thankful for everyone that showed support on Twitch and, you know, on both platforms, YouTube as well. Coming NHL 26, I'll definitely be spinning out more content on YouTube. Twitch, I'll be very consistent as well. You can expect big things from me this year. And if I don't, then, you know, come back to this video and say, you're a freaking liar, Sasho. You're a loser. And that's all I can ask for. Anywho, 2 shots, 2 goals. That brings me into my first point. Goalies this year. They were brutal. They were disgustingly bad, actually. You know, from a competitive player, I played a lot of competitive games, wagers, tournaments, and it's not fun to have, you know, the goalie be the deciding factor of whether you win or lose a game. Listen, I get hockey. You know, if your goalie plays good, then, you know, you could steal a game for you. But this year it felt whoever's goalie played better, that was who was winning the hockey game. When your goalie played bad, he made you know that he was going to play bad. Like, he let in some of the worst goals of all time. And, like, I'll show you guys some clips. Yes. It's in the net. God, I really think my goalie just refuses to save a puck. It's really, really abysmal. I don't. Man, it was just weird. It was just super weird. One time that really stands out to me as a, you know, I was playing a wager against, you know, a good little guy, J_Fuss. Give him a follow if you don't already. We were playing a wager, and he was using the Wild. I was using the Devils. It was 1-1. 2 seconds left into the period. I'm in his zone. Going into the third period, he takes Justin Brazeau, rips a clapper from his zone, and it goes 5-hole on my Jacob Markstrom. He goes into the period up 2-1 all of a sudden. And I end up losing the series. That was something that just wasn't fun. I actually, on that play, I uninstalled the game for a good 2 days. And then I decided to get it back because I was just hungry for more wagers. But that's how the game was this year. It was sometimes unplayable. And, you know, when you're playing a video, and my AI just got a penalty. AI just got a penalty for cross-checking. That's never fun. There was, especially, once again, in competitive standpoint, like, if your AI is taking a penalty, that's not fun. That puts you at a disadvantage because the game itself decides, hey, I'm gonna put you at a disadvantage. That's how it felt this year. You know, your goalie wasn't making the save. That's the game telling you, oh, you're gonna lose this game. We don't care if you're playing better. You're gonna lose. And it was very RNG, and that's what EA Sports. You know, it felt like they were trying to go more towards an RNG type game, especially with the green one-timer. And that's my second point. The green one-timer, man, that was just that was an addition. That was definitely an addition they did. That was cool. No, it was terrible. I can't sugarcoat it. It was awful. Like, my grandmother could absolutely just rip a 1-2 from the point, and she'd probably be able to score a goal in NHL 25. That's how dumb of a mechanic it was this year. 0 skill required, just 0 skill gap. And, you know, that's not how video games, especially for people that take it more competitively than others, that's not fun. That wasn't fun. I could tell you first-hand perspective. It wasn't fun. But yeah, green one-timer. My suggestion for the green one-timers was you should only be able to activate it below or like top of the circles and below. So like the ringette line, if you guys play hockey, you pretty much know what a ringette line is. Like it's right at the top of the circle. That's where I think green one-timers should begin to activate, because these one-timers right here with Ekblad, yeah, those should not be a thing. Like I'll show you guys clips like, oh, nice goal over here. Okay. Or it just creates more and more RNG with the game, and this guy's gone. And we'll hop into another game here because that was a quick one. All right, going into game 2 versus the Rangers, the Rags. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so that was my suggestion for the green one-timer. And I know we all know it's going to be an NHL 26. Just you gotta hope that it's reduced to a certain degree. It can't be as overpowered as it was this year. It won't make it fun. I can't do another year of my opponents just spamming green one-timers and just, you know, getting rewarded for it. It's not a fun gameplay experience. And actually, I'm going to show you guys a funny little picture here in a wager that I played in NHL 25. And I think the score was 2-2. And this right here, nice goal, Verhaeghe. Gone too? Is this guy gone? See ya. Anyway, guys, here's the picture. 2-2, third period. My opponent's a good player. And he decides to go for a one-timer with Devontae's. And as you guys can see, there is like 4 guys in front of this puck, and it's a green one-timer. And because it's green, it's going to find the back of the net when, you know, I put all the bodies on the line. And those were the type of goals that went in this year. Man, they were frustrating. It was frustrating to play. There's no sugarcoating it. It was pretty frustrating. Anywho, we're in third game of the video now. What was my third point? The LT skating, in terms of that, I am a fan of anything that adds a skill gap to a game. I'm a fan of it because it makes you have to learn how to do it. It makes you have to adapt. A lot of guys didn't like the LT because it was cringy and it was like glitchy. But that's what added to a game that had so much RNG. That was one piece that added a little skill gap. If you know how to LT better than other people, like, you were gonna be a better player. You know, there has to be, in video games, that's how it works. Like, there has to be aspects of the game that act as a skill gap, and this year the LT was definitely one of them. Obviously next year they're gonna be tuned down. You won't get the speed glitch, which I do think was excessive a little bit, but you know, next year it's gonna be fixed along with the hip check. That's another thing. The hip check's gonna be fixed, and yeah, hopefully those fixes are good for the game. That's all you can really hope for. Oh my god, Mackey, dude, this Mackey's so good. I'm gonna split him with the LT glitch. Oh my god. Yep. Just a nasty little goal, Mackey Samoskevich. In terms of other things, I think, you know, HUT content this year was one thing that really as well drove you away from the game. Well, drove me away from the game. Without GWC, when you compete at such a high level for money in a video game, dopamine crash is just so hard. You know, the reward system was so brutal. Like, everyone pretty much got the same card for HUT champs. And just the difference was one was gold and one was purple. Like, you know, as a competitive player, you want to have a little more to grind for, especially without the big tournaments, without GWC. You know, at least the least they could do is add a little more in-game rewards. And this year, the rewards were like the worst of all time. 0 rival rewards, 0 HUT champs rewards, pretty much. Like, I remember my first HUT champs pack was an 81 plus pack. I had 3 players and 1 81 plus. That was my first HUT champs reward. Ew, what a goal. But with all the RNG this year, dude, like, there's you can score some nasty goals this year. Like, I've scored some pretty filthy goals. I'm not gonna lie. Sadly, those ugly goals really overshadow them. Anyway, yeah, content, hopefully content's better. Like, they tried something this year. They really tried something. I'm gonna go Super Force. Oh, nice try. It's in the net. It really is in the net. Yeah, they tried something. It didn't work out. Hopefully next year they, you know, hopefully they worked all year, find a fix to the content, and can't ask for anything more, really. Like, just hopefully the content's good. Like, can't get worse. My whole argument is, like, can it get worse? Like, it was really bad this year. Can it get worse? I don't think it can. What else, guys? What else? I think the X Factors, you know, X Factors are obviously a big focus on NHL video games now. This year, they got out of hand in Hockey Ultimate Team. Like, everyone had X Factors, and it made the game way too arcadey. And once the game gets to an arcadey stand, like a arcadey place, that's when I start to, like, get more frustrated with it. Because, you know, you're playing the game and you're skating, but then you have 6'9" Zdeno Chara just bumping your player off when he's just skating on the ice, right? It's just... So it's tough to play when the game gets like that. But beginning of the year, honestly, I like the gameplay. Like, besides the 1-Ts and some of the goals that went in, like, the gameplay honestly was good. But then it just got worse and worse with the high overalls. And, like, I don't know, the goalies weren't that bad beginning of the year. And then all of a sudden, I just felt like my goalie couldn't make a a competent save anymore. So I thought that was pretty weird. Beginning of the year is always the funnest because you're learning how to play a new game, kind of a new game. You're learning the new mechanics. So I think it's always fun, but then you start playing it more and you're like, oh, okay, this is a reoccurring theme that I see that happens every game. Or this is a glitch goal, like we're gonna, like, you know, it's gonna be reoccurring. You know, people start to evolve to that. So nice goal, Rhino. Yeah, but that's just how like NHL video games typically work. In the moment, you never know what a good NHL video game is. Like everyone looks back at, you know, 21, and I think it was which one was Ovi on the cover? I don't even remember, to be honest. Maybe that was 21. Like everyone looks back at that game, it's like, oh, this was the greatest game of all time. Like, yeah, that's not what we said when it was out, you know what I mean? Like we all thought this game was atrocious, but you never know until the game, like, it's nostalgia, right? Nostalgia is a crazy drug. You can only hope the game gets better and better every year, right? You know, especially when they add new mechanics. EA Sports never does, and NHL is just, they try to fix the game during the year. They always wait till the next year to make changes, which is probably the most frustrating thing. They did not tune one-timers all year. I think they had one tuner, and that was it. And they were just still broken. I'm going to go to the house. Nice. Come on. So I'm assuming they spent the whole year trying to fix the game, and NHL 26 is going to be much better. I mean, you hope so, right? Especially with 0 tuners. Folded student. Not looking good for you, buddy. You might have to rage quit here. And bye, Fold. Oh, I mean, I'm talking so much negative, but like, it wasn't all. Like, I played the game for the whole year, dude. How bad could a game be if I played it the whole year? I'm just addicted. Really. Like, it was a bad game. I'm just addicted. Passing was brutal. There were times when I'm trying to pass to the middle guy on a 3-on-2, and he would just jump over the puck. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. It was just the weirdest thing. Like, my guy just decided, hey, I don't want the puck here. I don't know why you're trying to give it to me, dude. We got Sam Bennett. Backhand. It's a goal. 5-0 here. This game is over. This game made 0 sense in so many ways. Backdoor. And it's a goal. Verhage is going to find Twine. Anyways, guys, like, this game is over. This is 6-0. In terms of NHL 26, what do you guys think's gonna be better about the game? What do you think? Hopefully there's nothing worse about the game, right? Like, I don't think NHL 26 could actually get any worse than NHL 25. I didn't really speak a lot of good things about NHL 25 because honestly, there weren't a lot of things to speak about. This game this year felt very bland, felt very RNG, didn't feel rewarding. And, you know, hopefully all that changes next year. Once again, I'm grateful I was able to stream because I don't know if I was going to be able to get through this game without streaming. As we score another goal. Come NHL 26, I'll be much more consistent when it comes to content. And I hope to see you guys along the NHL 26 grind. And yeah, comment down below what your thoughts on NHL 25. And are you guys excited for NHL 26? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the future. Peace.